Hi everyone, I hope you're doing well. Let's see what the message is for you. And we're coming straight out with these two cards here. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Angels. And we have Call and we have Queen of Water. Oh, I love this energy of this Call card. That is just really beautiful. So, there is definitely a change in direction for you. You've probably been reflecting upon your life at the moment and recently, looking at what I want to start off saying is look at what you accept. Okay, look at what you accept in your energy. Look at who you accept in your energy. Do you know, you may have been having some real strong feelings of making quite a lot of necessary changes. And I don't sense, I'm getting a real sense that these are big changes. And I feel like it's something you've been thinking about. It's something that crops up quite often. Just wanting to free yourself from a situation, really. Yeah, that I just keep hearing, free yourself. Free yourself. Yeah, it's really a time to it's a time to look at what's best for you. And I'm just getting this sense of mainly who you allow in your energy, who you accept in your energy, what you accept. It's about it's really about connections with people. That's what I'm sensing mainly. It's about connections with people. And maybe there's a real need to separate yourself from people right now because they're not working with you. They're not looking at what's in your best interests. There's just this energy of people not really respecting you. But at the same time, you're not really placing them boundaries, and it's kind of looking to them that you're accepting it. So there's definitely this freeing energy. So if you've not already been reflecting upon your life, I really feel like the message today is guiding you to reflect upon it, because if this is what you're enduring, if you're experiencing everything I've just said, then the guidance here from Spirit is to really, really look at where you are, what you accept, who you accept in your energy, and what you're going to do moving forward. Like these are quite big events. You may have actually, you may have actually made a decision, quite a big decision, and part of you regrets it. And you're probably wondering how you can get out of that. But just know there is always a way out. You're never stuck in a situation. You know, you have free will. You can make any decision you wish to make, and you can make a final decision. And I heard that like with such, I heard that with such intent, that saying there. You can make that final decision. Like there was such emphasis on it. Maybe you need to decide something and stick to it and make it final for your own good, for your highest good. And there, yeah, you just need to reach that sense of peace. And what I'm also hearing straight away is that peace of mind that you've made the right decision, peace of mind that you've done the right thing. Because emotionally, it's been really taxing and it's been really hard. Like now I'm kind of feeling like a tsunami of emotion in your energy, just so heavy with emotion. It's been really difficult, really emotional. Yeah, there's something about a decision. There's something about reaching a final decision. And so you can, sit in this lovely, peaceful energy where you have control over your emotions, where you can express your emotions without getting overwhelmed or it feeling too heavy and too much. Let's keep going and see what else we have coming out. I'm making room because I feel like this is gonna require... Oh, well, that stayed in a complete pile and they've just gone flying on the floor, and I'm being told to take the whole lot, so that is what I'm going to do. Excuse me while I just pick them all up off the floor. Let's go. I'm just going to move back into the table. They all went flying, and this one does not want to stay in my hand. Oh my gosh. And now, as that's... things always happen for a reason. And because these two cards kept falling out my hand, and what I'm really feeling drawn to say to you is that maybe you feel like you're losing it at the moment. That's what I'm hearing. You feel like you're losing grip. You're losing grip. Do you know what? I feel like you're just exhausted. Oh, look, then we've got strength. So we have the 7 of air. We have the strength card. We have the sun, the messenger of water, the 6 of air, and the 10 of water. So you've got quite a lot of cards here. And I'm being guided to start with this one first. And this is just, even though when we look at this card, and what I feel from that card is that things have been very, very overwhelmingly emotional, and spirit really want to get you to this state of peace and control. But not only that, you've probably been quite mentally drained as well. And that's what I'm sensing. And again, I'm seeing these 2 doves as a connection. I don't know if I've already said that or not. If I've not, then I'm getting a case of deja vu. But there's a connection coming up here. So if that resonates with you as a connection with somebody, then take it. If it doesn't, then you can just leave that for someone else. But yeah, it's not only been emotionally draining, it's been mentally draining as well. And it's probably this situation, this decision has probably had you like going through all sorts of different scenarios in your mind. I feel like you never get that time to rest. And this is why you're so emotional and you're so mentally drained as well. It's like everybody wants your energy. And I'll come back to the message that I got there because I'm being drawn to mention it again. And again, it's about who you allow in your energy and what you accept. And I really do feel like you're accepting things that maybe you shouldn't, but you're probably accepting them or just letting them happen because you're so emotionally and mentally drained. Which one are we going with next, Spirit? Which one do I need to use next? Strength. Do you know, and I'm hearing straight away from this, who's going to fight your corner? Who's going to be that strength for you? Who is that strength for you? Who takes care of you? Because I really feel like you don't have very much strength left at the moment. And that's probably why I was getting that message of you're losing grip. Like maybe you're a person that is usually really quite strong, but whatever you've been going through lately, and I feel like this isn't just a short-term situation. I feel like this has been going on for quite some time. You're just longing to see that light at the end of the tunnel. You're longing to pick yourself back up, get that strength back that's just been depleted through this whole situation. 111, I've just seen. Yeah. But overall, who's fighting your corner? Who's helping you through this situation? And that's a question that I will leave you to answer. And again, if you don't have anyone to support you right now, then, you know, reach out and get some more support. Don't do things alone. Maybe you're doing this alone, and this is why you're at this point where you're just losing grip of the whole situation because you're just so exhausted mentally and emotionally. But there's still a final decision that you can make. You can make it. Maybe you're torn and you can't. That's also what I'm hearing. But yeah, it's time now to just set sail and move in a direction that's freeing for you, that helps you consider yourself. This is all about moving towards that peace, not calamity, not emotional overwhelm or mental overwhelm, towards peace, tranquility and calmness that we see in this. And this is where Spirit are trying to lead you. So if you hear Spirit, if you sense them, if you get messages through symbols, shapes, numbers, songs, really pay attention to where it is they're trying to move you to. You know, hear the call. Maybe you work with Spirit, listen to what they're saying to you. And if you don't, then the guidance here is to call upon your spirit guides and the angels. Even if you don't know who your spirit guides are, even if you don't know the names of the angels, you can still ask them to come in. They will help guide you. Even call upon your loved ones, your ancestors over there. They will step in and help you. This is all about self-love. Self-love. Not going backwards, to continue moving forwards, and to just gain more clarity over your thoughts as well at the moment. But you definitely need to move towards a much calmer place. And then we've got this messenger of water. So what I feel from this straight away is that you need to express your needs more often. You need to say how you feel. I feel like you're not being heard. That's what I've just heard straight away. I'm not being heard. No one's listening to me. Make them listen. Express yourself so clearly that they have no choice but to open their ears, pin their lug holes back, and take note of what you're saying, because your feelings are just as important and you need to express them. And I can just see in your face there, you're just so tired. Is someone listening to me? This little seahorse may pay attention to me, but it may not. I feel like I'm I feel like all my words are falling on deaf ears because nothing changes. Nothing moves in that calmer direction. I just keep feeling more mentally and emotionally overwhelmed and drained. Like this can also represent some good news coming in for you as well. Maybe messages of love in response to you expressing your feelings. You know, sometimes it takes us to really get some stuff off our chest, to really express how we feel. And then that really hits a nerve with other people, but it hits a nerve in a good way, because then they can really start to look at how much they take from you, how little they consider your feelings, how little they listen to you, how little they disregard what you may be feeling or thinking in the moment when they behave in a certain way, or they don't listen to you. And look at that, 10 of water, because absolutely, this is 100% where Spirit are trying to lead you to this here: contentment, peace, calmness, tranquility, just in that state of peace, because that's what you really need right now. So we have the 10 of water and the sun, and both, I love this, both are 10s, number 10. 10 of water, 1 and 9 is 10. So this is saying that things are going to come to an end. Now, again, you have free will, and if you make this decision to change your life, to really maneuver your life in a brand new direction for you, considering yourself, loving yourself, paying attention to what you accept and who you accept in your energy, you can really reach that state of contentment. The Buddha just represents peace, such peace and happiness and blessings and growth, really. And then the sun. These are two beautiful cards out of the tarot deck. The sun is the most beautiful card. But what I'm hearing from this as well is that, you know, you really need to step into that masculine energy. The sun is masculine, the moon is feminine. Yeah, step into your masculine energy. Really start to, you know, communicate. Say how you feel, place them boundaries. You have to have boundaries in place, because people will just walk all over you. And I really feel like that's what's happening here. I feel like people are walking all over you. They're disrespecting your beautiful energy. They're not considering how you feel, what you think of. But, you know, you can put an end to that by expressing your needs, by saying what you want to happen, by you being heard and your feelings taken into consideration. The 10s represent closure. They represent a release, and they represent an end, like a conclusion to this whole situation. So I feel like there's two spins to this. Either you can make a decision and have that end move closer to you. You can make that happen and put an end to it much quicker. Or you can see how this plays out, go with the flow, continue to express how you feel, and really express how you feel. Like, I need to emphasize that as well. Like, don't just brush over the surface. Really, really express exactly what you're feeling. If you do that, then an end can come to the situation as well. But it is going to take action on your part. If you don't make any changes, if you don't express yourself, if you don't take the initiative to move away from this situation, it's just going to remain the same. So action is needed. Clarity more so. And you're not going to feel very clear on any decision making while you're over analysing situations, playing out scenarios in your mind, feeling overwhelmed by this whole situation. Oops, excuse me. You know, so it's really a time to consider how you feel right now. Take some time out for you if you can. Like, I really feel like you're so busy that you don't really have much time to take out for yourself, or you're not considering yourself, and you do have time. But the message here is to take some time out for you. Really start to love yourself again, you know? Consider you. Consider how you feel. I'm going to pull a little card from my little deck here that is all upside down and in the wrong direction. But we'll go for it. They're just a little deck I created with symbols. So let's see. Oh, we don't need a great big pile like that. But I'm going to read this top card because that is so on point. You are so worthy of so much more. Believe it. Absolutely. You know, your worth should never be measured by other people, ever. You are worthy of anything. You're worthy of being heard. You're worthy of expressing your wants and your needs. You're worthy of placing boundaries for yourself as well, so that no one can take the mick anymore. Nobody can disrespect or ignore you. So I don't know where I've put that card. I was going to put it back out there on the table, but I've put it back in the deck. What else, please? I am tuned into my guides. They show me what I need to alchemize and achieve. Absolutely. And again, I'll say again, even if you don't know who your guides are, everyone has spirit guides with them. It's up to you. And again, it's your free will, whether you choose to tap into their energy or not, or get to know them and work with them, because they're wonderful. I have several spirit guides that I've gotten to know over the years doing this work. One was with me when I didn't even realize, and I actually had a reading and I was told that he was with me. And I'll tell you a little story. So I was told that this spirit guide was with me and really had my back, was my strength. And about a few days after this reading, I was going to sleep and I could always sense my loved ones around me. Well, I could see a couple of my loved ones and I could sense their energy really, really quite strongly this night. And who could I see up in the left-hand corner of my room? This individual that this medium described to me, my spirit guide. She described him to the T. And that is exactly the person that I saw in the left-hand corner of my bedroom that evening. And I thought, my gosh, I cannot disregard or disbelieve what she said, because he showed himself to me as I was going to sleep. And he's been with me ever since. So, you know, I'm not saying that you necessarily need a medium to tell you who your spirit guide is, because not all mediums can tell you that. But some may be able to. This individual did, without a doubt. But again, and you can literally, whilst you're going to sleep, honestly, is the perfect time to meditate. It's also the perfect time to call your spirit guides in, your angels, and ask for their guidance or to show you through your dream state. And look at that. I didn't even realize through meditation, I connect to my higher self. And I was just going to get onto that bit. Not only can you communicate with your spirit guides and the angels, it's all about trusting yourself and meditating, even connecting with yourself. Again, it is the perfect time, because when you're going to sleep, you're going into those different waves, aren't you? I forget what they're called. I've read it many times and I still forget those waves of sleep. But you're really starting to relax. Everything's quiet, you know, and if you don't allow your mind to play out your whole day in your head, if you can just switch your mind off and just really quieten your mind and just keep calling them in. They may not necessarily come straight away to you the first time you ask. Pay attention to how you feel when you call them in, because you may notice like a temperature change. You may notice like a gentle brushing on a part of your body. You may hear something and think you're going mad, but you won't be going mad. They will speak to you. They will place upon you their presence. It's all about quietening down from everyday busy life and just breathing and relaxing and just take what comes in. And if you can write it down, because that is brilliant to do, because it's always lovely to look back on it as well. And it's always good because you may forget by the time you wake up in the morning. So, yeah. Anyway, that is your reading. Trust your intuition always, because it will never lead you in the wrong direction. You know, really try and meditate and tap into your higher self and really get to know who your guides are. You won't regret it. It's the most beautiful thing. And they're there to help and guide us. So that's your message. A bit of a longer one today, but I hope that helps. I hope that resonates for somebody out there. And thank you so much for watching and supporting the channel. I'm so, so grateful. And I'm sending you so much love and many blessings. Bye for now.